Hi everyone, welcome to Mining Guru. So we already know that we have a recent notification from ECL of mining SIRDAR, so which has a vacancy of around 313. So Mining Guru given you opportunity to take the mining SIRDAR course, and if you see the mining SIRDAR course which is giving on the Mining Guru, we will give you the following details. So mining SIRDAR course which from Mining Guru is giving exam oriented classes. Exam oriented classes means we give you brief classes only about important points, not about all the other stuff. And next, notes of class MCQ type. So every class which we give you, we will give you the notes on MCQ type, which will be very useful in your examinations. And after the class, every evening we will conduct daily test. So daily test con- um, clear you the doubts and give you the confidence of subject you have learned that day. So next, we want to give you the weekly test of the whole week, which will be given you time and which will be given to clear all your previous classes. And next, chapter wise important points are explained. So chapter wise important points are like there are some important points which are in every chapter. We will give you that, so that will be very useful to learn something. So next will be doubt session. What is a doubt session? Doubt session means after the classes, after the test, if you have any doubts in the subject, and there will be a doubt sessions every week, and if you can answer, and we will be clearing your doubts. And next is revision session. What is a revision session means? We give you the revision sessions of every class after a repeated version. So what is a repeated version means? We will give you the class, next test, next doubt session, then again class, test, doubt session. This kind of every revision, the circular motion will be given to you to gain a confidence on subject. So these are the new things which you are going to get from Mining Guru Sardar course. So if you see the topics covered from us, that will be a CMR, Mines Act, rules, and other statutory regulations like MVTC and electric rules, Krchi rules, etc. If you go into other than regulations, it will be mining methods, mine ventilation, and aptitude, reasoning, mental ability, and general awareness, and many more also. So first topic we want to give you the about CMR 2017. So what is the CMR? Basically CMR is a book which can regulate and which can details about mining operations. So I want to tell you about how to read CMR. So, firstly, as per previous examination, CMR questions are in number based. So, what is a number based? When given an example below, as per CMR 2000, this is the question which has previously asked in one of the examination. As per CMR 2017, notice of opening shall be submitted within the how many days? That will be question. And option A is 14 days, B is 15 days, C is 7 days, and D is 30 days. This kind of questions we are asking from previous questions, and these are the mostly asked questions, this kind of pattern. So numbers based questions are tricky to memorize. So this kind of questions are, the days will be confused. So what we do is, our solution to memorize this kind of number system is, we will give you the class, we will give you mock test, and we give you revision. And not only that, sorting of notes days wise separately. So like if you have a 30 days, we will give you 30 days separately. 14 days, if we the points which in the chapter which consist of 14 days, we will give you that separately. So this kind of notes will be give you clear note of how many days and what are the regulations come under these days only. So, and another type of questions are asking from CMR is the regulation number. What is the regulation number means? Suppose if you take the notice of opening, it is the number third regulation. Regulation number 3 is a notice of opening. So that kind of questions we are asking. So we already created that kind of notes also. We will provide in next course. So we are going into the subject first. So it's coal mine regulation 2017. So previously then CMR 2017, we have a 1957 CMR 1957, and there are many changes taken in 2017 CMR, and CMR 2017 were coming to existence from the 27th November 2017, and there are questions being asked on this date particularly. So we have given you this date particularly. So on which day CMR comes into existence, that will be options like 24th November, October 21st, 30th November, 27th November. So that kind of questions will be asking in the question papers. So we are giving this kind of date will be particular. So you should remember the date. That can be also asked. CMI is coming to draft by the powers of Section 57 of Mines Act 1952. So by the powers of Section 57, which is given from the Mines Act 1952, the CMR is prepared. So in examination, there will be question on which section the CMR is drafted. So this kind of questions will be also asking. So I have mentioned. So starting, I am telling you that the red sections are very important. So you should take care of that and you should be noted it very clearly. So on the next point, it consists of 260 regulations and within 17 chapters. It consists of 17 chapters with 260 regulations. Comparing to the previous CMR 1957, it consists of 49 new regulations which are added in the CMR 2017. And this CMR 2017, it applies to all coal mines in India, and it applies to whole of India. So in 2017, it given that the whole of India point, that means in previous 1957 there are some parts of union territories are exempted. So in this CMR, all the whole to India, it applies to all union territories, all states and everything. It applies to all coal mines in India, which are open cast and underground also. So we want to skip the first chapter because it has a definitions, and we will give you clear. It has a lot of stuff, so we want to clear you by making the small things. So we want to giving you the chapter 2, which are returns, notices and records. So if you see that, we will give you in bracket like regulation 3 to 9. This is the one of the trick to easy to understand and easy to memorize the regulation numbers. And we have a trick to uh, answer this kind of regulation numbers, and I will say in next classes. So the first regulation from chapter 2 is regulation number 3, notice of opening. So what is notice of opening means? As per Mines Act section 16, so as per the requirement of Mines Act section 16, notice of opening shall be submitted within 30 days to CIM, RIM, DM in form 1. If there is a change in any boundary of a mine, a plan showing that new boundary shall submitted within 7 days. So if there any boundary of a mine is changed, and a new boundary plan should be submitted within 7 days to CIM, RM and DM. So that plans are, and if a mine is plans to be submitted at the opening, that is the surface plan and safety management plan. So these both plans should be submitted at the time of opening with the form 1A. If we move to the next regulation, regulation number 4, annual returns. Annual returns should submit on or before 1st February of every year in form 3, owner, agent, manager to CIM, RAM and DM. So if a mine is abandoned or closed or workings discontinued or a period exceeding or a change of ownership more than 60 days, annual return should submit within 30 days of abundance and change of ownership, if 90 days in case of discontinuance. So I think this is a clear statement. We are going to the next regulation, the regulation number 5, notice of abandonment, closure and discontinuance. So what is the regulation says is, if the intention to abandon or close or of a mine or a seam or to discontinue working thereof a period exceeding more than 60 days, owner, agent, manager should give certain forms to chief inspector and regional inspector and DM in form 1C if they want to intended to abandon or change of ownership exceeding 60 days. 1D, which is discontinuance, the form should submit within 30 days of when they are intention to discontinuance or abandon a seam or a mine. So next point, so any railway or any building or permanent structure not belong to the owner shall not less than 30 days. So is there any permanent building which is not belongs to owner? When a mine is abandoned or discontinued more than 60 days, so what we do is the owner, agent, manager, they already given a 1C or 1D form to the CAM and RMDM. So they give specified time that we want to close this or abandon this mine for this time. So if the time expiry, suppose if we think that today is 6th February. So what I did is I already given that I want to open mine on 7th Feb in that form. So what should I do is I should give a notice before 7 days. That means before the 7 days I should give that 1st February I should give the notice that there is my expiry days are coming. So that should be informed to CAM, RA and DM within 7 days of expiry date. So that is the point. And if you go to the next regulation, and that is a regulation 6, notice of reopening. So what is a reopening? We already discussed a regulation, that is notice of abandonment, closure and discontinuance. So what is notice of reopening means? It is intended to reopen a mine or a seam that are abandonment, closure or discontinuance more than 60 days. If you want, already the mine is abandoned, closure and discontinuance of a period more than 60 days. So what the owner, agent or manager, they want to open the mine. So what they do is they give a form 1B within 30 days if they want to reopen the mine. That is a regulation number 6. So we are moving into regulation number 7, that is notice of change in ownership and appointment of a agent manager. So there are certain forms in this regulation that is up to 2A to 2E. These forms should given to the CIM, RIM within 7 days. So I'm going to give the forms below. So the forms are 2A, that is change in name of a mine. If the name of the mine is changed, the owner, agent, manager should submit within 7 days of change of a mine, name of the mine. So what is 2B saying is change in ownership. If the ownership of a mine is changed, then owner, agent, manager should submit the form within 7 days. So same like 2C, change in address, and 2D is appointment of agent, manager and etc. 2E. So what is 2E is that is a termination of agent or manager. So these forms explaining the regulation number 7, and there will be a 5 forms in regulation number 7 which are given briefly. So next is regulation number 8. So what is regulation number 8 is notice of dangerous occurrence or accident. So in this regulation there are two important points, two important definitions, that are accident and dangerous occurrence. So there is a possibility to ask both the definition in exam. So we want to give you the definition. So we look into definition that what is accident means causing loss of life or seriously bodily injury in connection with any mining operation is called accident. So what is accident means, in any mining operation there is a cause of life or seriously bodily injury. So seriously bodily injury means if a person has any fractures, that kind of means coming under serious bodily injury. Causing of loss of life means death. These both come under accident. So what dangerous occurrence means? Dangerous occurrence means a readily identifiable event with potential to cause any injury to the persons at work. Generally we see that the sides and roofs are falling. It can be seen that there is a possibility, we can predict that there is a possibility to be danger to the working at persons, and we will withdraw that persons. That kind of predictability, that kind of place identifiable event, so that is called as dangerous occurrence. So next point is, if any accident occurs, the OAM should inform to regional inspector chief inspector and district magistrate within 24 hours in form 4A. So in form 4A, if any accident occurs in the mine, so this owner, agent, manager should tell them within 24 hours in form 4A. So next point is owner, agent, manager should put accident details not less than 14 days on notice board. On every mine there is a notice board, and on that notice board the details of accident should not be put not less than 14 days. That means we should not put not less than 14 days. That means we should not put not less than, we should not put 7 days, 8 days, 9 days. Like we should be definitely put 14 days on the notice board. So next point, so that will be injury to seriously bodily injury or seriously bodily injury to death. So if that occurs, if a series to series occurs, 1 to 1 occurs, so he owner, agent, manager should submit within 24 hours to the RIM, CM and DM. So there are many questions that on this particular regulation, that if a person is reported as injury, then he died, so it comes to the death, that is also considered under this. So he should be informed to the RIM, CAM, DM within 24 hours. So particulars of accident within 7 days in form 4B. So what is the particulars? Particulars of accident means, next point, particulars of accident within 7 days in form 4B. So the accident occurs, how many persons died, how many injured, that particular should be sent in 7 days within form 4B. So particulars of persons returning to duty in 15 days in form 4C. So what is the particulars of person returning duty is, we already given that particulars of accident in 7 days in form 4B, that these persons are to be injury, some persons are in seriously bodily injury, some are fatal. So particulars of persons returning to duty, which are the persons who are injured, seriously body injured. If some if that persons are returning within 15 days, that should be given in form 4C. And if we move to the next regulation, that is a notice of disease. So what is notice of disease is, if any disease is notified under section 25 of Mines Act, the owner, agent, manager should submit form 5 within 3 days to CAM, RAM and DM and inspector of mines, which is medical also. So what is the section 25? Section 25 gives the certain diseases which are by mining operation, which comes by the mining operations, like asbestosis, pneumocosis and silicosis. This kind of diseases are listed in the section 25. So we will go deep into the subject later. So after that I will explain you what are the certain diseases which are under section 25 kind of diseases are noticed. So that should be informed to the CAM, RM and DM, IOM within 3 days in form 5, stating that what is the disease and reports. So these are the regulations in chapter 2. Any doubts, we will please comment below. I will give you the complete details. So the specialty of Mining Guru's SIRDAR course is, we give this kind of notes, that we give you a sort out notes which will be very useful to understand clearly a picture of what is what. So if you see this form, we give the forms and purpose of forms, which is clearly up to all the forms which we have discussed in the this chapter 2. If we see that we have all the forms here, like 1A, 1B to up to form 5, which are discussed in last regulation number 9, which is form 5, notice of diseases notified under section 25 of Mines Act. So this kind of notes will be very useful to clear your picture, that will be very useful to understand and answer the questions asked in examination. So these another specialty of Mining Guru SIRDAR course is days wise notes. What is the days wise notes is, so we separate the days which are which are in the chapter, like in this chapter 2. So we have certain 30 days questions, that is notice of opening, notice of reopening. So if you see that notice of opening shall submit with 30 days. So notice of reopening also given should be within 30 days. So these kind of questions, that are 30 days questions, are separated and given you in the separate form. So if, we will provide you separate chapters and all the chapters of 30 days. In future days, if you are opting our course, we will give you all the PDFs, which will be very useful. So if you see this page, you will understand that we have separated the 30 days questions, 7 days, 14 days, 15 days, 24 hours questions, and 3 days also. So this kind of sorting, don't get any confused of the days of certain chapter or all the chapters also. So this is the specialty of our course, which you don't get in any other coaching centers. So I think this will be end of our session. So I want to give you the clear, if you like our demo class, if you like our class, want to join, if you want to join our class, please message us below number which is given in this slide. So the course fee will be only 1500, which is less compared to other coaching centers and other course providing services. And we also provide mock test, which is only 400, which is very useful. And it is valid. Some courses, I have listened that many courses are up to only syllabus completion, but we don't do that. Will give you the services up to the examination of completion of examination of WCL and ECL. There will be WCL exam will be in next few months, and ECL also. So we will provide you up to the examinations with all the classes, mock test and revision sessions, so that will be very useful to crack the exam. So please message us if you want to join in our course, and I will give complete details below the video. And thank you so much for joining in our course. Thank you.